Hi, my friends. I'm Juliet Lobo, back again with another interesting topic. And this is definitely interesting because we're going to decide and discuss why one should not be in HR. Correct? And you heard it right. We'll discuss about why I, as an individual, should not pursue a career as an HR. So, first aspect. Definitely, whatever you decide or aspire to be, one component would be a trigger in your life, that is a compensation. So, HR is a support role. In other functions like a marketing, a sales, a business development, these kinds of roles, management consulting, or high level strategy roles would pay you definitely more because these roles are majorly sales driven or majorly solve a big problem which can bring a lot of revenue or save an organization from big crisis kinds of things. So HR is basically a support function. So you support the employees, you support the organization, you ensure that there are a couple of things that do not happen to the organization, like you don't get into legal litigation, employees do not backfire you, your image as an employee or an employer is safe. So it can be challenging at times. This is one of the things. So HR from a compensation perspective may not be that much, but I know a couple of CHROs who earn equivalent to the other CX or C-suite kind of leaders in those organizations, but those are minuscule numbers. This is one aspect. So you can do your comparative analysis and see if you want to get into HR, if you are looking for a high compensation. So then think over. This is one thing. Next aspect is in terms of workload. So an HR would not know what is stored entirely for the day. Anything can happen anytime. So you ideally have to be present mentally 24/7. That means you should see that there shouldn't be an escalation, there shouldn't be any legal litigation. You are there to support employees, you are there to attract potential employees, do the best in interest of the employees and the organization. There are policies that you drive, processes that you drive. There are certain things which you have to do, you cannot say no. And there are certain things which you shouldn't do, but there can be scenarios wherein you have to do it because it's come from senior leaders. So it can be anything. There are multiple permutation combinations. So HR's life is pretty challenging, and sometimes the work hours can be more than 12, 13, 14 hours, and this may impact the personal life also. This is the second aspect. Now let's understand the third aspect. The third aspect is it needs a balance for an HR to keep a balance between organization and an employee. What happens? HR may work on disciplinary actions, performance improvement plan, wherein managers want employees to get into a performance improvement plan or disciplinary action plan, but HR questions the managers why, what support have you given? We cannot put directly employees in a disciplinary kind of scenario, or we do not want to remove employees from a ramp down kind of scenario, or we don't want employees to leave. Or so there are multiple permutations, combinations, and there can be chances of conflicts. So conflicts also is a part, and it may occur much more, but it depends upon the understanding of the business and the HR, how soon it can be resolved. So HR has to understand, has to be a conscience keeper, take the right decision, ensure that no employee is terminated without any valid reason. Look out for good things for the employees, good things for the organization. It can be cost cutting, value addition to the organization, automation, transformation, learning capabilities, lots of things that the HR does. Next thing is a legal litigation. So HR also has to ensure that nothing from a legal standpoint comes to an organization. So HR has to protect the organization and its employees, because if a legal litigation comes, and there can even be chances organization may lose millions. So why to get into these wherein we can keep our fundamentals strong and keep everything strong. So this can happen, so just be cognizant and aware about this aspect also. It can lead to legal actions also. Next thing is the people who work in HR department. So we already discussed that first of all, HRs may get paid less, and on top of that they are expected to do and deliver more. So there might be attritions also. There might be scenarios wherein you may not have an HR for 1 or 2 months, because backfilling in HR happens only when the person leaves the organization, the existing person leaves the organization or has almost completed the notice period. This brings additional responsibility on the existing team member. Then again, the vicious cycle continues. Workload for that existing person increases, and it can lead to the physical health issues of the person, mental health issues of the person, and it can result in family conflicts, business conflicts, so on and so forth. Next is the never say no kind of attitude and a smile that the HR should have. Whatever is the scenario, HR is expected and is required to be a motivating person, should not take things at heart. Even if things have been pretty bad and HR doesn't want to get into this, still HR would have to do it in the interest of the organization and the employees, because there are lots of things that happen. It may lead to multiple negative consequences also. So HR should be motivated and capable enough to manage those things. So HR is very important for the organization, but it's one of the support functions. So basis the requirement, HR is expected to deliver more at a minuscule or lower cost, as it's a support function. These were a couple of views. You may share your views. Thank you.